All right, let's get right to it. If you're an athlete and you've got that painful, bony bump right on your knee, you are in exactly the right spot. Today, we're going to build your personal game plan for what's called Osgood Schlatter disease. So, let's dive in. Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about that bump on your knee. That very specific, super annoying pain you're feeling. It's the number one reason athletes just like you end up looking for help. And you know what? We've got to really understand it before we can even think about fixing it. So let me ask you, does this sound familiar? You just wrapped up a tough practice, maybe a big game, lots of running, jumping, all that good stuff. And bam, there it is. That sharp pain right on that bony spot just under your kneecap. And maybe it even kind of aches long after you're done. Look, you are not imagining this, and you are for sure not alone. So what you're feeling actually has a name. It's called Osgood Schlatter disease. But wait, hold on, let's clear something up right away because that name sounds scary. This is not a disease. I repeat, not a disease. It's actually just a super common temporary condition that's all about growing. It's what happens when that big tendon from your kneecap pulls on a little growth plate in your shin that's, well, still under construction. And here's what's so important for you to get. The way we deal with this has totally changed. The old school advice? It was basically stop everything, quit your sport, sit on the couch and wait. Yikes. We now know that is not the best way to go. The modern way, the smart way, is not about stopping. It's about smart load management, modifying your sport a bit, and, this is the big one, building strength right now. So what's really going on inside your knee that's causing all this trouble? Let's peel back the layers and look at the mechanics here, because honestly, once you understand the why, you can start to take control of your own recovery. Okay, here's a really easy way to picture this. Think of that spot on your shin. It has a fancy name, the tibial tuberosity. Think of it as a temporary construction zone, right? During a growth spurt, that zone is bustling with activity. It's softer, it's more vulnerable than the solid bone around it, all because it's working overtime, laying down new bone. And this is where the problem starts. You've got your massive thigh muscle, the quad, one of the strongest muscles in your body, and it pulls on your kneecap. Then there's this super strong tendon. Think of it like a thick rope that connects your kneecap right down to that busy construction zone on your shin. So every single time you sprint, jump, or kick, that rope gives a big pull. And when you do that over and over again, all that pulling just starts to irritate that sensitive spot. And guess what? That irritation, that's exactly what you're feeling. The pain is so specific, right on that bump, because that's ground zero for all the pulling. It probably gets a little swollen, feels tender if you press on it, and of course it gets worse when you do the very things that make you, well, you. Sprinting, jumping, all those powerful movements. Why? Because those are the moves that create the biggest pull on that rope. Okay, so we get the problem now, right? So let's flip the script and talk about the solution. And let me be clear, this is not about shutting you down. It's about a smart, active recovery. We're going to build it on 3 key pillars. This is your roadmap to getting back to playing pain-free. So here it is, your game plan. Pillar number 1, manage the load. I love this analogy. Think of it like your pain is a speaker that's blasting too loud. We're not going to turn it off completely. We're just going to turn the volume down to a level that doesn't hurt. Pillar 2, build strength. And I don't just mean your quad. We're talking the whole leg, your glutes, your hamstrings, the whole support system. And finally, pillar 3, improve mobility. We want to ease up any tension from tight muscles that can be adding extra pull on that spot. All right, theory is awesome, but you're probably thinking, what can I do, like, today? Perfect. This next part is all about action. We're going to give you your first exercise, show you how to track everything, and tell you what you absolutely have to stay away from. Okay, mission number 1. It's simple. We need to start strengthening your quad, but in a really safe and controlled way. Our go-to for this? The wall sit. It's amazing because it builds strength without actually moving the joint. That's called an isometric exercise, and that is perfect for telling that irritated spot to just calm down. But listen, we have to do this exactly right. The details here are everything. We are not doing a deep 90-degree squat, no way. We're looking for about a 60-degree bend in your knees so your thighs are still angled down a bit. You're going to aim for 5 sets, and you'll hold each one for about 30 to 45 seconds. Now here's the golden rule. The most important part, your pain cannot go above a 3 out of 10. If it starts to creep up, you stop. Simple as that. You'll knock this out once a day, 5 to 7 days a week. And seriously, I cannot say this enough. You know that super deep 90-degree wall sit you see people doing at the gym? Forget about it. For now, that is not for you.
Going that low can actually crank up the pulling force on that exact spot we're trying to heal. So stick with that shallower angle. You get all the strength benefits without any of the risk.
All right, on to mission number 2. You are now officially a pain detective. Here's a huge mindset shift. Your pain isn't a sign that you're damaging something. It's just a signal. It's your body's way of telling you about the load you put on it. So if we track it with just a simple diary, you can start to understand its language and make smarter calls every single day.
And the system we use is super simple. It's called the 24-hour rule. Think of it like a traffic light for your knee. The morning after you train, you check in. How does it feel? If the pain is like a 0, 1, or 2 out of 10, green light. That load was perfect. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're at a 3 or 4, that's a yellow light. Whoa, you're kind of pushing the limit there. Don't increase anything, just hold steady. But if you wake up and that pain is anything above a 4, that's a red light. Stop. The load was too much and we need to pull back in your next session.
Okay, so what do you need to avoid to stay on track? Rule number 1, never ever push through sharp pain while you're playing. That is your body screaming, stop. Rule number 2, stay away from those really aggressive quad stretches for now, the ones that pull right on that bump. We'll get to mobility just in a smarter way. And rule number 3, the big one, do not stop all activity. Remember, we're not doing total rest. Smart changes are the name of the game.
All right, this last section, this might just be the most important one of all. Look, Osgood Schlatter is totally manageable, but you absolutely have to know the warning signs, the red flags that mean, okay, time to stop and call your doctor or PT immediately. So when do you need to pick up the phone and call your care team? Knowing the difference between, okay, this is just rehab soreness and, uh-oh, this is a real problem is absolutely critical for your safety. So let's get crystal clear on this. Okay, here are the red flags. You call your team immediately if you have a sudden, really bad injury while you're playing, or if you literally cannot straighten your knee all the way. If you look down and see a whole bunch of new, major swelling around your knee, make the call. And finally, anything that feels body-wide, like a fever, pain that actually wakes you up at night, or losing weight when you're not trying to, those are serious and you need to get them checked out right away. Okay, let's wrap this all up. If there is one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Osgood Schlatter is just a temporary bump in the road. It's so manageable. This whole thing is not about taking you away from the sport you love. In fact, think of this as an opportunity. It's your chance to really learn to listen to your body, to train smarter while you're growing, and to build a foundation that's even stronger than before. Stick with the game plan, be that pain detective, and I promise you, you're not just going to get through this. You have a real chance to come back even stronger.